Good morning, good evening and good afternoon. How are we doing? We're here again, myself and Jordan with your pre-game weekender. How are we doing, mate? You all well?
Oh, good, mate. Good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. Now I've got my laptop sorted and we can actually do this. We're all good, mate. We're all good.
Yeah.
So, pre-game show for this weekend. We have the Leicester Riders on Friday. First off, what are your thoughts, mate?
Tough game, man, and it's probably one of the last games we wanted coming out of a tough weekend, because they are a quality outfit, from start to finish. I will speak to you the other day about it, and I just don't see many weak points in them. I really don't.
Yeah.
And backed with the unsure, how unsure we are if we've got players back or not. I mean, with a full strength team, I've said this to you before, I will back us against anybody, but we don't know if we're full strength. We don't know who's back or anything. The cards are close to the chest, so
Yeah.
We'll see, man. But yeah, they're a great side and great coach. So we'll just have to wait and see, man. It's one of them games we're just going into with no expectations, really, just hoping.
Yeah, I mean, we've got, like I said, I think it all depends on what we talk about all the time. It's the matchups. Their guards are very, very high standard.
Oh,
We talked about the bigs earlier today before we recorded this.
yeah.
And obviously he is a threat down low. They're big, which name escapes me now. But I don't think he's as athletic as Brady is.
Yeah. I mean, that I said it before. I say it again. Brady is probably the best big in the league.
Yeah.
Out and out big. He really is. He brings so much to the game. But the last few weeks, we've been in foul trouble when we didn't need it, and he's had some quiet games. And I don't know, man. He's shown glimpses of what he's got, and he's got nothing to prove to us because he's shown us already. It was just a shame, the last few games how he's kind of gone for us. But yeah, I mean, with Lyle back, if he's back, I'm a lot more confident.
Yeah.
I'm a lot more confident. Ulf can only do so much, and he's doing his bit. Do you know what I mean?
I'm just looking at the stats here, mate. Like our leader and at the top of the table for us on average points, average rebounds, and average steals is Breon Brady on all three of those categories.
Yeah, because like I said, he's got nothing to prove.
Mm-hmm.
He's absolutely nothing to prove. And I said it to you during watching the Plymouth game. What's he called? The guy with the goggles now, I can't remember. But
I know what you mean.
He was living in Brady's head for a bit.
Yeah,
he was living there, and when Brady came on, he can't after his foul trouble, he kind of looked a little bit more carefree, like he just calmed down a bit. And if he started the games like that, because at the end of the day, he's got to realise these teams are out to stop him.
Yeah.
They know he's an integral part of our defense and offense.
Mm-hmm.
So these teams are coming out. We've heard coaches say it, we've heard players say it. Stop Breon Brady.
Yeah.
Get in his head. And unfortunately, at the moment, it's working sometimes.
I think, and obviously we've said it before. He does play with emotion, and you absolutely love to see it.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not going to sit here and be negative against him with regards to his mental strength on the court. But it can work both ways because there's times where obviously we've seen him get into foul trouble, and like you just said, the defender or gets in his head and he gets called for fouls. But we've also seen him, blocking people left, right, and centre. You've also seen him dominating people and screaming and showing that resilience and the force that he is.
It's just channeling it. Channeling it. That's all he needs to do. Use it in the right times. And he does do, 80% of the time, he's doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And leading, apart from before the injuries, I'd say there's no one in the league who could stop him.
No, not at all.
Without a doubt.
Not at all.
I mean? he's just so mobile for a big. He's so mobile for a big, and he's showing he can step out and hit that J. You know what I mean? He
Yeah,
can hit the jumper. You know, so he's given a different part to his game because the bigs are having to come out to him now. Do you know what I mean?
yeah. He's
But
not stuck there with the back to his basket like most
yeah,
of the bigs in this league. Yeah,
yeah, exactly, exactly. It's just like I said. You know, if Brian, I've said it before and I'll say it again. If Brian Brady is on form, we've got 100% more chance of winning that game.
yep. Totally
You
agree, mate.
know,
Totally agree.
Friday, if Breon's on it and he's getting the rebounds, because we've seen Breon play full games near enough.
Yeah,
You know, where because there was a game I can't remember what it was, but Lyle got into foul trouble early and they took him off, and I don't think we had Ulf at the time, so it was literally just Brady.
mm,
You know, and he playing full near enough full games.
yeah.
You know, so we get back to that and we're laughing. You know, we really are.
I think I, I think everyone around the league is saying it. Leicester Riders are the team to beat.
Yeah, they are.
Obviously you have the Newcastles and your success with the Lions and what's going on
Yeah,
in their camps, but Leicester Riders have always been one of the top three teams in this league.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I think the last time we beat them, just got it up here, was the 17th of March in 2019. I had the privilege of
Yeah,
being at that game, and it was a
right.
stupid game. It was at
Yeah,
home at
yeah,
George Carnell, and it was phenomenal. I think that was when Willie Clayton got a game-winning block in the last dying seconds.
yeah. I
Um,
remember it.
if you, I might actually get the tape up at the start of this, just to get a bit of emphasis behind the win.
Passing it to the front court. Wow. Wanted to eat up the clock before they launch a shot. Thompson, he looks for three. Doesn't go. Oh, rebound comes out to Clark.
Shooters everywhere.
Clark looks for another three. Fed inside. Williams. Blocked out.
Big
Blocked out
block
by
Willie
Clayton. And Giants come away with the victory. 75-73.
But
Yeah,
I watched that clip over and over again until I noticed I'm stood up behind coach, shouting the same directions as coach, like get your hands up, switch. It's I think you can see my huge 17-inch vertical coming off the floor as we won.
I've actually just remembered that big you're on about for Leicester. Is it Nelson Henry? Is it?
That's the dude, yeah.
Yeah. I've noticed about his game. He's he gets the ball at the post and he's pure back down on you, and you kind of hit a shot as well. So Brady's definitely going to have his work cut out.
Yeah.
And we really do. The thing is, right? I know we say we got in foul trouble, but it's more magnified because we've not got as many players. So there's not as many players to give for fouls to be given to.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like we had in the Plymouth game where Zach got 3 fouls. Usually that wouldn't be an issue. Do you know what I mean? Because he probably wouldn't get the chance to get 3 fouls until the third or fourth quarter.
Exactly.
But it's the fact that he was a starter on that day, and obviously with Lyle coming back and stuff like that, it's not such a bad thing having because obviously we love David Ulf on this, but he is if a team's got like sort of 3 or 4 players taller than him or his same height, and Brady sat down, and as we saw DJ getting bench minutes because he's he's having to sit down.
Yeah.
Ulf, he can't do it all on his own. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there was no one else to sort of step up there. So, but like I said, this weekend's a new weekend. We don't want to dwell on last weekend too much. There's a lot of what ifs from last weekend. As there is in life in general. What we like to stay positive. So yeah, we're going to this weekend as a completely new game. We saw it the other week, Leicester against Sheffield. I mean, you was watching that at the same time, and Sheffield probably should have won that game, maybe.
Yep.
So they're not untouchable. They're really not, and they're definitely not the team there was a couple of years ago. They really aren't.
I think that brings us very nicely onto the Sheffield game. We like you said, we watched that game and it was close until the fourth quarter, and Sheffield were just matching them point for point for point. I don't think there's a break. I don't think there's a break in the game where there was a 6-7 point differential. It was a tight game.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And when you look at Sheffield coming over to Manchester, we've got big love for Mike Tuck, first of all, BBL legend. But as soon as he steps on the court against us, he's our enemy for 40 minutes. But I think that they're a very dynamic team. They've always been mid-table, or they've always been in the playoff contention for as long as I can remember watching. And they just seem to have that. I think I know I don't want to talk about too much about other teams, but one of my favourite things for them is the pre-match when they get in the huddle and go side to side, like that little camaraderie. That's always really nice to see at the start of the game. But it's the homecoming and return of Callum Jones. We know he moved over there at the end of last season with what we've seen this season of limited minutes and role playing. What do you think he's going to do? Do you reckon he's going to come out with a 40-point game, or do you reckon he's going to come out, do his role, and just be glad to be back in front of the Manchester fans? Almost.
I don't think Callum's got a bad bone in his body, if I'm honest with you. I don't know him personally. I've only seen him, I've seen him play, but I've only seen him in the same kind of gym training and stuff a few times. And from what I've seen, he's a great guy. I don't think he's got it in him to, come and have a sort of vengeance game. If I'm honest with you as well, he's not got that in him anymore. He's not going to come and score. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think he's going to come in and score 40 points in a game. But yeah, I mean, actually, a little funny fact for you: Sheffield against Chester Jets was my first ever BBL game when I was a kid. Yeah. My uncle Colin, big shout out, took me and my cousin Scott. Scott took us down to the. He won some tickets or something like that, and he took us down. And at the time, I wasn't really into basketball. I was only about 9-year-old.
Yeah,
and he took us down to the Sheffield Hallam Arena. We got in there and we bought they were selling all the NBA merch, and we was like, "Oh my god, this is brilliant!" I've always had a little soft spot for Sheffield, apart from when they didn't make us any food on a National League game.
Remember that we've mentioned that before. He still gets to.
But yeah, I just think again it's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough. It's going to be a tough weekend, and as we said it last weekend, if we come through this weekend with 2 wins, it's a season definer, because these are teams that's going to be there. Leicester is where we want to be, right at the top, and Sheffield's where we probably will be around the mid-table-ish. So yeah,
Sheffield have got a game in hand as well. Leicester have got a game in hand to us as well. So they've got all to play for. Excuse me. I mean, we're what, a third of the way through the season, there or thereabouts, with people obviously being laid off with isolation and that. We're about a third of the way through the season. Just looking at it right now, as the date of recording this, top 4: Leicester, London, Newcastle, Giants.
I mean, they've got the games in hand, but they've still got to win them. And as we've seen, there's no easy games. It doesn't matter whether it's Surrey, anything like that. We've seen Surrey just sign, a great signing, Cameron Hildreth. No one's a walkover. There's not a game now. There used to be games where we used to go and they used to be like, yeah, we'll do this, or London will do them or whatever. There's not a game like it now. There isn't a game like it.
I think this is the best time to be a neutral fan this season.
It really is, yeah, it really is, and I mean, onto sort of individuals I'm worried about this weekend. I've got him raw down. Corey Johnson, he's absolutely automatic, the guy, and he's only averaging 8.9 points a game, but I watched him in that Sharks game the other week, and he's a really good player. Crandall, you've talked about him so much. He's just a great leader.
Yeah,
he's a great leader. There's no other way to put it. He's a leader. We've heard him when he was mic'd up. And he's a fantastic leader. Standout guys. I know we've obviously talked about Sheffield already, but he's a guy. I mean, if we're talking the same team as what we had over weekend with the 3 injuries, I'd say Leicester have probably got the edge on us guards-wise.
Yeah.
I mean, we can still deal with him, absolutely no doubt about it. And if our guards are on form, then we will do. But we need to be right on form. And I've no doubt about it that Danny's got a great game plan for both games. And they're coming in thick and fast.
Absolutely, mate. And I think it's the similar situation with Sheffield. We've heard the interview with Coach this morning. He said about the injuries looking at Friday. He did mention, I can't remember his exact quote, but he did mention something along the lines of, we should look more positive on Sunday. That was an interesting but cards close to the chest kind of comment.
Yeah, there's a lot of reading between the lines. And I said, me and you say to each other all the time, sometimes you just can't read between the lines, I mean, we thought last weekend we was going to get someone back and we didn't.
We thought last weekend we were going to sign some worldie for 10 days.
Yeah, me.
We're going to sign Jordan up on a 10-day contract.
Oh, yeah, imagine. No. But yeah, the mind, unfortunately, as much as, we talk to all the players and that, we'd never put them in a situation where they're giving away any kind of, game plan or anything like that. So, we spoke to Jordan in the week, and what a standout guy, by the way. Massive shout out to Jordan Whelan coming on his birthday, man. What a guy. And he was sort of really positive about the weekend. We're really hoping, whether he's got a part of it or not, I know he'll be there. I know he'll be cheering on and stuff. So, it's just, it's nervy, man. It's another double header weekend, and, there's a lot that can be, that can come from it.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Sheffield stats going into that game. Are we worried about Jeremy Hemsley, sorry?
Yeah, no. I think he's hit and miss. If I'm honest with you.
He's averaging like 30 minutes a game, roughly. He's averaging 18 points a game, But we outscore him, over every other stat, as a team collectively against each other. It's between him, Brady, Hexham, and Whelan, and all across the board, it's the same names that appear.
Yeah, and they've got quite a decent big, actually. That is he called Cook? Is it the big guy?
Dude, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, and he's got a great post game. Really, really good point. He's very bouncy, So it'll be a tough match for the end, depending on who matches up with him. I'm assuming Brady.
Yeah.
One thing I do know is he doesn't play like long minutes at the moment. I don't know whether he's carrying a knock or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Is it KOCH or something like that? Bennett Koch?
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. He's a good player.
Yeah.
Really good. I've actually got split allegiances here as well, because my cousin who plays for Leicester Riders Women, obviously she's going out with Joel Campbell.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
I'll be giving him a bit of grief to give to him.
Pass on a message.
Pass a message.
Make sure you get like 20 turnovers this game. Is that all right?
Yeah. I'll make sure the coach breaks down. We'll do either one.
That big dude that you just mentioned, then he's averaging 17 at quick math, 17, 18 minutes a game.
Yeah, it's weird. It's strange because he's a good player.
Him and Tuck seem to take it in turns, though, don't they?
Yeah. I don't know
whether technically a forward, but he comes in as that centre kind of place for.
Yeah, and Tuck, he's got old man moves, where you don't have to be that. I mean, Tuck's a tall guy. He's a tall guy, but he doesn't need to jump very high anymore, because he's got them old school moves. Although I did see him dunking on a warm up actually. I mean, he even sounded surprised himself, which was good.
I remember a couple of seasons ago when Sheffield came down to George Carnell, and I think it was the first or second game I ever took my mum to, and all game she was just screaming at the refs, number 15's grabbing. I was like, yes, Mum, he's a veteran of this league. He understands what to get away with. Oh, he's dirty.
Yeah. It sounds familiar, that from the old Copler days. That your dad was coaching us.
I think she's on bless her, she's on the Giants fan group, and she commented a few things, and I get that. So, Mum, if you're listening, I get the mick took out of me for your comments. So calm it down a little bit, can we? I think
from the past, man. I love it. I love it so much.
I'm half expected to phone me up and just say, "Turn of face."
Yeah. It just cracks me up, man. It proper cracks me, like, because obviously back in the day we used to have your dad coaching us back in the orders out and stuff like that. And then your mum on the sideline. I'm like, "You're getting it from both barrels here. I just took a shot. I'm sorry."
I remember, she commented. I think we were down by like 6 or something at a half. I can't remember which game it was.
Yeah.
It was a pretty close game at the half. And she commented on the game thread on the fans group, just saying, "Use the backboard."
I saw that. Yeah, because we kept. Who was it? He kept missing. Someone kept missing putbacks or something, didn't they? I can't remember who it was now, but yeah, someone kept missing putbacks, and your mum just went, "Just use the backboard." I'm like, "Oh, it was that simple, Wendy."
She all of the lads in the shout out to the fan group. All the lads in our little basketball chat, we were like, they sent me a screenshot of it and went, "Can you get this down to coach quickly, mate? I think they need a bit of advice at half time. Wendy Nichols says use the backboard." I was like, "Right, come on, guys." Like, she's enthusiastic, clever. Like, but can you give her the abuse, not me?
Yeah, no, I love that. But yeah, I mean that just proves there. Everyone's frustrated that we can't get in and and get watching. I mean, hopefully there's light on the horizon with the vaccine coming out.
Mm.
So, but I know the boys will know that we're cheering them on and stuff. Which one's the home game this weekend?
Sheffield on Sunday.
Yeah, Sheffield home game. So Leicester's not far away. It's only a couple of hours. So get themselves down, especially after a couple of long road trips, man. Get themselves down there. I said early, hopefully, and yeah, hopefully with a full team.
I think the best thing I've heard this week, obviously, with us two talking to coach, some of the players. I think the best thing we've heard is we've swept last week under the rug. Last weekend doesn't exist. It doesn't in the record books, but it doesn't in our heads. We move on, and that's all. That's all you can ask for in with recent events. That's all you can ask for them to be like, right, let's go. Last weekend's done. Let's move on and let's tap 100% energy into this weekend.
100%, and Jack did it on his on the interview on the official Giants page, and he said something that we said the other week, where basketball, the beauty of it is there's such a quick turnaround. It's, as much as you've got to, you should never dwell on games, no matter what sport you're playing, but you should learn from them. Learn from them mistakes. Why did I get that turnover? Why did I pass that ball to him? Why did I shoot them when I probably should have passed? Or basketball, it's easy, and that's why coaches watch film and tapes of in the hope that they can keep improving themselves, and the players have got to do that as well, and it's the only way you learn. And Jack's absolutely right. The turnaround is quick, but it's good that it's quick, because I mean the thing is, mate, and I'm sure every fan who's listening to this will agree, if we get a win tomorrow, the whole last weekend will be like it happened last year.
Yep, absolutely.
You know what I mean? If we get a win tomorrow, it'll be like it, and the confidence that we'll have going into that Sheffield game.
Yeah.
If anything, I'd say, I mean, coach's game plan will be coach's game plan for Sheffield, but the whole mindset of the game plan and the way it's applied will be different depending on tomorrow's game. It'll be, because you either, if we go into the Sheffield game hungry because we got beat, then you're one kind of beast. But then if you go into the Sheffield game hungry because you got a win and you want more, it's a different kind of beast. So the whole game plan changes on tomorrow, man. That's why I love double headers.
I think again, we were talking earlier, as a man who plays golf himself, one of the worst sports in the world is for learning that mistake and getting over the last shot quickly is golf.
It is, mate. It is.
And I think having that mentality they've got, like we just said, is going to be a huge outcome for us this weekend. So, as we need to get behind the boys. It'll be live on BBL Player Friday and Sunday. You know the script. Get online, get chatting to each other. Just get behind the boys positively for us, because we can't do it ourselves, you know.
Yeah, and you know what, guys, like we do again pride ourselves on being the best fans in the country, and that is purely because of positivity.
Yeah.
Purely because of positivity. I remember when we first went back into the BBL, and a lot of people wrote us off. We're talking in the days like David Aliou, Tintin, Mike Bernard coming back. That's a good team. That's a good team, and we like, people have always wrote us off. Whether we've been the underdogs or the favourites winning games, people have always said, it's just Giants. Whatever.
Yeah.
But it's not like anymore, and people are fearing us. We need to, keep that. And the fans, the one thing we've always had is being so positive. So we just need to stay there, and that's what we pride this podcast on, being positive,
regardless of losses, wins, injuries, whatever.
Yeah.
I think, and I know I say this with a biased mindset, but we're probably one of the only fan bases that, regardless of the result, the next week we're there again.
Yeah. I've seen places empty the week after because of a little loss. Fan groups going against it. And that's one thing that we don't get. And it's like that in all sports in Manchester. Because the thing is, I have no doubt that when they mess up, Danny gives them a bit of a rollicking.
Yeah.
But it's how they learn from that, and it's gaining that mentality. And I think sometimes the only way you can do that is by speaking to the fans, getting a feel for the town, and everything like that. I just feel sorry for the guys not being able to do that, I really do.
But I mean, as we've said in the past, whatever you tweet, whatever you put in the fan group, whatever you put on Facebook, trust me when I say this, the players and the coaches see that, regardless whether you're being,
we tell them.
Yeah. Like, regardless whether we're being positive, negative, making a remark about players in a positive or negative light, they see that, and they'll use that to drive their energy to the next game.
Put it this way, guys, the players are asking us what people are saying.
Yeah.
They're asking us for not advice, but you can tell if one of them's down. I'm not naming any names, but you can tell if one of them's down, they might come on for a quick chat, and then boom, absolutely buzzing. Like the other day, Whelan could quite easily have been down about, being out and all that lot. We brought up some like old friends from the past. We talked about Pilco. Boom, happy, and everyone knows behind him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what the guys know. And the difference in the mentality this year to other years is fantastic, and that's purely because they know, they know what's behind them. I think they know the importance now. I think they really do.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. And just to round it off there, it's a double header. We love a double header because, as we've said in the past, me and Jordan get double wings in one weekend, so we're always happy.
There'll be 3 for me, because I have them tonight as well.
we are the leaders and official moving forward brigade of the wing squad. So join us, get your wings in, get the team up. Whether you're drinking the green tea or a few John Smiths, choose your poison, enjoy the game. And, just as we said, I know we sound like a broken record, but just get behind the boys, because they see it and they'll use that energy. They'll use that energy in them games. Looking forward past the games, we have some very, very, very exciting news with a couple of the next giveaways. So make sure you stay tuned on our Instagram.
No
Twitter.
trade secrets.
No trade secrets on this one, mate. Yeah. No, we're keeping this one.
But guys, it is absolutely huge.
Yeah.
When I say huge, I mean huge for neutrals, huge for Giants fans. It's really good. And it's absolute credit to the growth that you guys give us. It's absolutely credit to you guys. So.
Just make sure you're following us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and TikTok, and Spotify, and YouTube. The list is endless. Go and like everything. Get notifications off us every single hour of the day, so you're always caught up. Keep in contact with us. Get in contact if there's something you want to hear on the show. If there's something you want to talk about, get involved. Ask us a question. If you want to get involved in a pre-game show, give us a shout. We're more than happy to have fans on. This is the point of it, So
it's something I've been thinking about as well, Jake. And that's definitely, it'd be great to get fans on the pre-game show, asking us questions or just having a chat, chilling, having a beer,
Yeah.
And the other one I'll say is, guys, if you've got any questions whatsoever, fire them to us, because we'll have, we could have a little fans questions minute, where I'll ask Jake one, Jake asks me one, that kind of thing, anything, because I understand, there's a lot of things, people can hear say at the games and things like that, but while we're at home, we can't hear anything, we don't know anything. So, it's great that we could discuss it, and if there's something that we know or another fan knows, great, we're absolutely open, we're an open book. So if you want to come on, if you want to send us any messages with questions, anything, fire them straight to us, because
we're always on our phone because we're always talking to each other, so we won't miss it.
Oh, friends!
Oh, podcast friends! Oh,
podcast friends!
Well, yeah, thank you very much, guys. Take it easy, enjoy the game, follow us on all the socials, like everything, and we've got some big news coming soon. Get your wings in,
Stay positive,
join us, stay positive. Thank you very much, guys. And that was our look ahead of the double header from Leicester and Sheffield this weekend. I hope you enjoyed it, first of all. And I hope you do get behind the boys, as we said. So this is the proud bit of the show where we do our shout outs. First of all, as always, Big Seb John, for sharing all of our stuff, for doing all of our artwork, constantly helping us out. So thank you very much, Seb. It's much appreciated, man. Shout out to one of the old boys, Dan Pilkington. He's been really engaging with us. He's been messaging us and harping on at us at something that is in the pipeline, that we are working on behind the scenes. But I think Jordan or myself let it slip that we were doing it, and now he's not stopped talking about it. So just to wait up for that one, guys. Pilco wants it first. Thank you so much for sharing everything, man.
Definitely, and on that, top guy, great to get back in touch. Ex-Giants player, very good basketballer. I think we might have found our first, one of our first sort of guests, like outside of the team, I think.
Absolutely, mate. I can't wait. Just make sure you remind him at all times that he won that tip every single minute.
Yeah,
do you remember that tip? Yeah.
I want a tip, mate. Yeah, I would. No, top bloke, and thank you so much, mate, because the shares and everything, they mean the world to us.
Yeah, man. Again, we say it every week, and we'll continue to say it. Thank you so much to the Manchester Giants for helping us out, promote it. Thank you so much to the organisation, the coaches, the players for taking the time out of the day to talk to us. It really means a lot. We're doing this off our own back for the enjoyment, to try and push, our game, our team as much as possible. And they're just being so receptive with it. So thank you so much, guys. It really means a lot. And of course, here's the little pitch bit where we try and drag you in for an advert. If you're a small business, a large business, or anything in between, please get in touch with us on our email, any social medias, anything whatsoever. Drop us a message. If you want an episode sponsored by your company, we're not asking for money at the moment. If it turns out you can help out with funds, that's absolutely amazing as well. We can help you guys out with our platform and vice versa, just to engage with as many people as possible, and it's just helping each other out, in these trying times. So get in touch with us, and we can slot you in. This is your little segment here. Have a pretty little picture of your logo up there,
Or just a picture of you guys. If you just want to sponsor an episode, or whatever, anything can help. There's not. We said it before. We don't want thousands of pounds. I mean, if you want to give me £1,000, you can do.
Yeah.
But
I'll transfer your bank details. Yeah.
But it's not. We're not looking for that. We're just looking for the basic stuff. Because we got, like I said, we got some huge things in the pipeline and stuff that you aren't going to want to be missing out on. And it really is a case of first come first served, because there is some big things coming up, and we'd love to be able to tell you, but trade secrets and all that.
Hey, even if you want, if you want this episode to be sponsored by you, the All Things Giant podcast sponsored by Jake Nichols, get in touch. We'll have a chat. We can do that. It's our platform. We can do what we want on it. So if you want
to chat to yourself.
Yeah, as an example. Come on, man. Like, just we'll talk out details. But if you want to sponsor a game, sponsor a podcast of ours, it'll be called the Jordan Frost Podcast. You know, we're not bothered. We can do that. We've got the capacity and limits to do that. So, but yeah, get in touch. We're more than happy to talk to anyone. And thank you very, very much again. Enjoy the weekend, enjoy the show, and make sure you go and check out our last interview with Jordan Whelan, available on all platforms. So thank you very much, guys. Take it easy.